Okay, first match of the 2022 Whiskey World Cup playoffs, and we got a great matchup right here. We've got the Mortlach 12, which is a beautiful Speyside, probably one of the best expressions of Speyside. We've got the Rock Island 10. Used to be the Rock Oyster.
Yes.
Two powerhouses here, a Speyside versus an Islay. It's really not an Islay. It's a blended malt, but it's got like some island whiskeys, right? The Orkney Island as well.
Jura, Arran.
And then we don't really know what the Islay is. I suspect maybe it's a Kolila, maybe.
Oh.
Let's start with the Rock Island one. You get the salt, you get the peat. Pretty interesting those too. A little bit salty, yeah, very briny, salty.
It tastes salty more than it smells.
It's kind of balanced, right? You got like a little bit of sweetness. You feel like your salty lattes in the morning, which is a big thing now. I think you're gonna like this. Peiyu's not going to admit this. She has a little bit of Rock Island to her coffee in the morning. That's fine. Don't judge. We don't judge anybody. It's the Mortlach here. Nose is a little bit underwhelming. Pears I get a little bit. Peach tea. Peach tea kind of on the nose. Let's see in terms of flavor. Pretty nice. Apple spice.
You get apple spicy, like honey, apple.
Juicy malt.
You feel a teddy bear beside you.
Yeah, it's like a very warming kind of whiskey.
Why you laugh?
I got into a bar fight, came home with a black eye, but you should have seen the other guy. And then I was served this whiskey, and I just felt very nice. So it was kind of like, you know,
good and a nice drink.
The smooth sipper. It's something you can really spend some time with, right? I feel like the more you sit there and you drink it, right? You pick up like a little more things. Like get a little bit of a baked apple.
Baked apple. Caramel.
And the finish, for me, is very short. It's not really a bad thing. You have some friends you really like, and then you have some friends you'll also really like, but in a short time frame. Right, so maybe you only want to hang out with them for like an hour or 2 hours.
What kind of friend?
In a coffee shop, I'm talking. Like... Don't come on. Let's keep this above water here. And maybe these are some of your best friends, but you got like a metered time for them. And this is kind of what this whiskey is in some kind of a way. It's great in its time,
but you can't stay with each other too long.
Oh, that's right. It's
I like Mortlach with highball.
It reminds me a little bit of the Titanic. As much as you don't want to die, you kind of go on the Titanic, right? And they would play that little music. Yes, you lean out on the boat. And then a couple hours later, you're underwater. But for the short time when you were on the boat and you were like this, it was very beautiful. Right? It was a nice point of life. And that's kind of what Mortlach is life to me. Right? So I kind of feel that way.
I like the story.
Hey, you got a choice here. You got the Mortlach, and you got the Rock Island. What do you think?
And I'll go to Mortlach.
It surprised me. Because I know she's kind of like an Islay freak a little bit.
Yes.
She's more into the Isleys.
So that's why I go to Mortlach, because I thought it would give me some peaty or some sea wind.
Yeah.
But it's kind of disappoint me.
Yeah, I mean, I still think this is
it's great.
It's a great whiskey, right? I agree with you.
And the name is Rock Island. I expect if I drink this whiskey, I can feel myself sitting at the beach or sitting on the rock in front of the sea and feel the sea.
Right.
But I can feel that.
Yeah, I think it's more like you're sitting on an island and you have rocks and you just throw them into the sea. It's kind of like it's like an island rock. It's not really Rock Island.
Yes.
But I have to say, for my part, I lean slightly towards the Mortlach 12 as well. As I put them side by side, I was like, you know what? I think I want to spend a little more time with this one than this one. You know, not to say this is bad. She's gonna find good relationships in the future. You know. I really think she's beautiful. No matter what they say, you know, no words can bring her down. She will be here. But I think for this thing, I'm gonna go for the Mortlach 12, right? So.
See ya.
Best you guys got. Go ahead.
Boom.
Come on.
Rolling.
Okay.
It's rolling.
Second match of the playoffs here in the 2022 Whiskey World Cup. So we have the Macallan 12 double cask against Elijah Craig. So starting off with Macallan here. Very smooth nose. Goes into a lot of vanilla.
A little bit oolong tea.
I can see that. There's a reason why this is so popular here in Taiwan and all over the world, right? Get some vanilla, and then
lemon.
The lemon, right? And then it goes over. Yeah, you get the lemon in the beginning, and it goes into a little bit some oak. It's also very sweet. You taste a little bit some of the wood, the oak, the sweetness in there, the caramel, and it's also the very strong vanilla bourbon flavor on there. I would probably go for the Elijah Craig, and it might be because of the higher proof in the body.
We'll go for Macallan because of the nose.
What that means here, this is the first time in the playoffs, Whiskey World Cup 2022, we do have a tie, and we're going in overtime. Overtime.
Overtime. Macallan, Elijah Craig small batch. This is a winner right here. Elijah Craig small batch.
Third game in the Whiskey World Cup playoffs 2022. Sazerac Rye, Kavalan Sherry. Couldn't be any more different here. I mean, what do you say here? This is unbelievable.
It's a street brawl from like two different sides of the world, but two different distillers that make fine whiskeys. And those, I lean a little bit towards the Sazerac, brown sugar, this kind of rye.
Right there.
Yeah,
right, the rye is
mash
beautiful.
bill.
You know,
Right.
And then the Kavalan coming in with a little bit some elegance, but having said that, I mean, the Taiwanese pride is here. These are guys that were thinking about buying a distillery in Scotland. Then they said, well, you know what? Honestly, it's not that difficult. We can do that in Taiwan. And they went here. They came back and they created a distillery here in Taiwan, and they did an absolutely beautiful job. They created within no time at all. They came out with a fantastic expertise here that rivals some of these older distilleries.
And the Kavalan, interestingly enough, has a lot of tropical fruit on the nose. You got pineapple, you get a little bit of coconut, and you get some oak as well. You know, and it's pretty interesting. And you know, it's not an age statement whiskey, so we don't know how long it's been aged for. Obviously, a lot of this has to do with the climate and the temperature. Taiwan is subtropic for a lot of you peeps in the U.S. It's similar to Miami weather. You got a very heavy maple syrupy kind of nose, rye-ish nose, versus a very light, tender, fruity kind of nose.
I gotta give it to the Sazerac here.
Well, hot damn, we got ourselves another tie, because as much as I love the Sazerac, and I will drink this in the Sazerac cocktail, with some bitters and some simple syrup. If I'm gonna drink it straight up, I'm gonna go for this Kavalan here. So we got ourselves another tie. So who's gonna make a decision?
Overtime. Another playoff overtime right here.
Okay. Peiyu will go for Kavalan.
So we are now in the knockout stages of the tournament, kicking it live. We got the Redbreast 12 versus
From Irish?
Yes, from Ireland. And we got the Johnnie Walker Black from Sugaland, otherwise known as Scotland. Let's see what's going on under the hood here with these two.
Okay.
When we start off with the Johnnie Walker Black. Ooh, okay. It's like a little bit of gasoline on the nose. A tobacco-y, butterscotchy, heavy, oily mouthfeel.
有点烧焦的味道，有点烧焦的味道。
I agree with you. It's kind of like a chow tofu, I feel like.
臭豆腐 is
Right? What is Zhongwan Fei? Jichua.
边边。
Jichua.
哦，鸡爪。
Jichua, 对不对？
Do you like 鸡爪？
No, I don't. I can't eat that. I can't eat it. That's the one Chinese food I cannot eat. Is jichua.
真的吗？皮蛋可以吗？
鸡屁股没有 yeah. 我很爱鸡屁股 no way.
Oh, 1,000-year egg.
I eat no 不会 like a 900-year egg, no problem. 1,000-year egg. This is a big problem. I cannot. The extra 100 years, Only the experts know it's not so good. Let's see what the Redbreast has in store. Ooh, creamy.
闻起来对，很明显那个奶油的香气，有点像 popcorn， 很奶油，非常奶。
Yeah, you get a little like a buttery popcorn. This creamy kind of.
I had my answer.
Who is first?
I'll go for Redbreast.
Redbreast. I'm gonna go for probably the Redbreast as well. Because I think, actually, it's really not for me. It's not a. It's not even as much as I like the JW Black. I mean, this is like another level. This one, not a difficult match. Easy winner for the Redbreast 12. So.